No worries.
Nezapomeň dát odběr tady na YouTube a ohodnotit podcast na Spotify. Celé epizody minimálně o 30 minut delší než na YouTube a Spotify najdeš na herohero.co/acast. Na Hero jsou podcasty jako video a i jako single zvuková stopa, takže si je můžeš pohodlně stáhnout do svý RSS aplikace a poslouchat je bez prohlížeče.
This is the table.
Look at this guy. Look at this handsome guy here.
Bro, the lighting in here is magnificent.
Okay. So, people, vítám vás u nové epizody nejlepšího podcastu ve střední Evropě a tentokrát je to velmi speciální díl, protože jsem asi tak 20 kroků za svojí komfortní zónou, protože to bude první celý podcast v angličtině a taky první podcast internacionální vlastně, jako kdybych to měl tak shrnout, takže doufám, že se budete bavit, doufám, že to spoustě z vás pomůže, protože já tady jsem fakt 100 metrů za svojí komfortní zónou a I'm going to speak English right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have Nick here, Nicolas Russo, who's American guy living
Jak Američan.
living in Prague.
Jasně.
Yes.
You speak English, I'll just do Czech the whole time.
Okay. So
No, I'm just kidding.
Nicolas,
Yeah.
how did you get here? Like to this room? How did this happen? Why are you here?
Okay. It's a good question.
Yeah.
So,
because I don't know, like you just spawned here, you know?
yeah, 2023, you got to make some big things happen here.
Yeah.
So, I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. That's a long way.
Yeah.
Prague.
But listen, when I was in Dallas, I met this girl, and she was a basketball player. She was like super tall.
That's why you like basketball, actually. You play basketball.
Part of it. It's part of it. Yeah. So there was this girl, and we started dating. And then I find out that she's actually Czech, but not just ethnicity, like passport Czech.
Are you talking about Clara?
Her name was also Clara.
Really?
Yeah. Because people in this country love to use the same names over and over. But
was she actually Clara?
Yeah.
Really?
Her name was Clara. Yeah. Literally, there was a Czech Clara basketball player in Texas, and then
wait, she was the basketball player?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her name.
Okay.
Yeah. So we met in Texas, and then we find out she's pretty good at basketball. So, good idea. Let's go to Europe to play. And at the same time, I had a work connection.
And why to Europe? Because,
well, she was...
Many people from Europe actually go to play to America, to play basketball.
Yeah, so but she finished college ball. So she either goes pro-American or back to Europe. So we thought it was a cool idea.
Yeah,
so, but we had been, to be honest, on and off for like 3 years. Like it was weird. Yeah, so it wasn't.
3 years?
Yeah, it was kind of like weird.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't so good.
I haven't been with any of my girlfriends more than 2 years, so 3 years.
Wow,
a lot. Yeah,
I put in work. I put in time. But we came here. New life. I was excited. In America, I was just
you came with her,
and then I wanted a new life. So I was like, let's do it. Sounds like an adventure.
And how does this happen when, like, a guy from Texas wants to go to Europe to start a new life? Why? Just why? Because people in Europe, they think like people in America live the American dream and it's like the country of the dreams. Yeah. And you are the American guy and you wanted to go to Europe.
Because I was doing the same thing for like 7 years in a row. I was teaching, and I go home and work out and go to sleep. And I was trying other stuff, but in America, it's really like hard on the business side. Like people are pressing and selling you stuff every day. So I was just ready for something new, and I like to travel. Yeah. So I was like, Prague and Czech Republic is in Central Europe. Yeah. So it's perfect for...
It's the best city in Central Europe.
Yeah, I would say so.
And this is the best podcast in Central Europe?
Yeah, I would say so. Máš pravdu.
Díky.
But so then we came here and I got the job, and then she went to go play in Germany, and immediately within like 2 weeks I was like, yeah, no.
From here. So you moved here and she left.
And then she went to but so she wanted to come back and play in Brno or in Prague, obviously for the teams, but it didn't work out, and we kind of just like immediately broke up. So
like after she left, or
I mean like
you broke up before she left Germany or after she
Like
left to Germany?
She came first for a little bit, then I came, and then her team is in Germany. So I'm in Prague and she's in Germany. So I was like, yes.
So you stayed?
So I stayed, yeah.
And what was your first impression of Prague? You know, like...
Well, it's beautiful. Architecture is beautiful. Yeah. It depends on who you ask, because a lot of people are kind of negative on the Czech Republic. I don't see why, but...
Actually, I love Czech Republic because I was in few cities, like in Europe, not in America, but actually Prague is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever visited. So maybe Budapest, is it correct?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I've been there. It's beautiful.
You like it?
Yeah. Prague is better, but...
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, Budapest is the first city I thought that may like jump over the Prague in my table of cities.
Yeah,
yeah, maybe
in your rankings. It was
in my rankings. Yeah. All right. So you stayed.
Yeah, so I stayed, and then I started to develop a community. But the first 2 months were absolute disaster here for me. Like I might not even be here if I wasn't a tough person.
Maybe just step back a little bit, because you moved from America with what did you have with you?
Big ass suitcase.
Just one?
Maybe two, and a backpack.
Only two?
Mm-hmm. I packed everything up. And
you had to leave everything in Texas. Like,
I left a lot of stuff in a van that my dad had, and the van got stolen. So everything I left back there is gone. So now it's like really...
Wait, you lived in a van? You know?
No, I put it in the van. My dad was moving the van. It was like...
All right.
He had a van.
So you came with like 3 or 2 suitcases only?
Yeah. I'm a simple guy. Very simple guy. Very few shoes.
You don't look like one. You actually look like a complicated guy.
No. Especially with clothes. I don't like go buy clothes, really. So material stuff, I don't really have a lot of it. I don't try to. I got like one top for the gym, you know, a couple tops. But maybe that's why I'm not big in fashion. I just buy basic stuff.
All right. But how much money did you bring with you? Like, you were already like, you decided to just leave America completely. So how much money did you bring with you?
I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Yeah, please.
I think I had something like $6,000 American in my bank account, and I brought it all over here. But what I didn't realize is, like, my phone was on monthly payments. Yeah. So T-Mobile was like, "Yeah, you want to go? Okay, so you got to pay it. You have to pay it all off." So I was like, "Damn!" So I had to pay my new iPhone off immediately. So it's like $800.
Yeah, of course.
Then at my new job, they don't give you a laptop. You got to buy your own. So I needed another $1,000 for a laptop. I was the first couple months I was here, I was on my own paying. I didn't get a salary, so that money like disappeared super quick.
Like $6,000 is not much actually.
It disappeared like within 2 months.
Nothing in Prague. Yeah, maybe in other cities it would be cool, but not in Prague.
I wonder what happened to it. I wonder where all that money went, to be honest. So, but now I built back.
Where did you stay? Like first days?
The person who got me the job at the school.
So you immediately starting to teach at the school?
Yeah. And school here starts like September, so a couple.
And you're still there in the same school?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great school.
How many years is it already?
5.
5 years.
Pietlet. And if it's below 5, you have to say Rocky.
Rocky, yeah.
If it's below the number 5.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the Czech language, you know?
It's like rules that I'm like, okay, it's a random rule, but all right. So now I'm like, Pietlet.
Yeah. Most people say that Czech language is actually one of the hardest on earth to learn, but I was in Tanzania, like is it correct? Tanzania? In Zanzibar? I don't know how to say it.
It's either Tanzania or Tanzania.
Yeah, Tanzania. And they speak Somali there. Like, you know the language? Somali?
Somali?
Yeah.
Like from Ethiopia?
Yeah.
I mean, Somalia?
Yeah,
sorry,
Somalia.
Somalia.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
not Somali. Maybe it's different. Not Somali. It's Swahili.
Yeah,
Swahili, not Somali. Yeah. Sorry. Swahili. And it's... I don't think that Czech language is... as hard as these African languages like can be. Yeah. Do you speak any other languages? Like
no, I was studying Spanish. I learned some Russian, but not really. No, I'm focused on Czech language right now.
All right.
Czech language needs all of my focus right now. so I can.
Do you really want
declinations and stuff?
Do you really want to learn, like, to fully speak
100%
Czech language?
100%. Within the next 5 years, I need to be 100% fluent.
Fluent?
Yeah.
In 5 years?
Yeah. Like ball in Czech, like cuss like Czech people and like.
You want to be the top G in Czech?
Yeah. Just walk into places and speak like how I would speak in America, but here you're limited. Like I want to express myself in the Czech way or in my personality, but I'm limited.
It's different. It's different.
Nazdar. Can I have this one? You know.
It's true, because when I speak English right now, I feel like the different person speaks. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain, but there's a saying in Czech Republic that I'll try to translate. It's how many languages you speak. Like
almost
the amount of languages you speak, that's the exact amount that your person is divided to. Like, I don't know how to say. Like,
you have that many personalities.
Yeah. Of course.
100%.
Sorry,
No, you're good. You're good. That's how you learn, is you talk.
Yeah,
it
that's
out.
how you learn. Yeah,
no,
of course.
But that's what's tough about language, is that the worst thing is when you're speaking another language, you're vulnerable. So this is really scary for students, because if they get made fun of, or if somebody says something, or like, I don't know what Czech people's deal is for making people for speaking English. I don't get it. But like, when you do that, it really hurts people who are trying to learn, because you're in a vulnerable zone. Like if someone's laughing at you, or if I'm speaking Czech, I'm like, just correct me. You know, like don't laugh at me. Just correct me. Tell me what the deal is.
Yeah,
like,
Czech people are specialists in laughing at each other.
Is that part of the culture?
Yeah, I guess. What in America? Like, between American people, amongst? I don't know. What's the correct word?
Either one is fine.
Either one is fine. Okay. What about Americans? Do they laugh at each other when they try to learn something new?
Americans are super self-centered. So like,
really?
Yeah. So they're not really trying to go learn other languages. Like we're learning Spanish in class, and most people, 90% of the people taking 8 years or 4 years of Spanish don't ever remember anything useful. So they're not trying to step outside of their zone of.
What does it mean to be self-centered? You know, like that you. It doesn't mean you only focus on yourself. Like, what does it mean? Like,
yeah, it's a good question, because that's why I didn't want to use the word selfish. I just wanted to say. It's more about them. And like I've said in other places in America, things are coming to them. And for example, in Dallas, I was not watching Czech movies. I was not watching Polishki in Dallas. But people in the Czech Republic are watching American stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You see, so you just develop a thing where it's like they come to us. We don't go to them. So yeah, it's like that.
How were the first days when you landed here? You started teaching like immediately. So what was the reaction of kids you started teaching? Maybe what was the reaction of your class? Because you only speak English, you know, and you teach Czech kids.
No. It's an international school, so they speak English.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I'm teaching them in English, and they know English.
And are there Czech children?
Yeah, it's probably 70% Czech.
Are they good?
Yeah, but the first year for me, they were assholes for sure. They were like trying to destroy me. And
really, why?
Yeah, and I didn't know the language, so they were talking all kinds of shit behind my back. You know, in class, and now I know everything. I know when they cuss. I know exactly what they say. I'm on it.
How long did it take for you to start understanding the cuss words that went around your head?
That's because I got into the basketball world. So I'm in Czech locker rooms. So they taught me every Czech cuss word possible. Yeah.
I really think the kids try to destroy you. Like,
for sure.
They didn't like you?
Anytime you get a new teacher, you're trying to see what you can get away with, you know? So they were pressing the boundaries, and I was new, so I didn't know what the boundaries were.
And you were kind of young to be a teacher in
so,
Czech. Because in Czech Republic there are a lot of teachers, and they're all like
older,
40 years and plus. So you started teaching like 20.
But that should be the bonus for the kid. Like, you got a young teacher.
It is a bonus. Yeah, of course.
They're trying to see how far they can get, what they can.
If we got like this young man to teach us English, I would be grateful, because I decided in my at the end of the high school, I decided I want to graduate from German language, and we had a bad teacher, so I didn't. And I can't speak German because I don't know how to say it in English, but the teacher just she made it hard for us to learn German language, and I lost the drive to.
Damn, yeah.
I lost the drive to.
You got to make it fun.
Learn German. Yeah,
That's
yeah, of
important for
course.
school
It
stuff.
wasn't fun.
It has to be fun, or else you're gonna lose it. That's why, for example, video games and stuff. Like kids want to do that more than they want to do lessons and things like that. So
they can learn more.
Competing.
They can learn more.
You got to mix it, or you got to make it fun, or you will lose them. You're competing against a supercomputer that's in front of their face. So.
Yeah, right. Because I think the point where I started to learn English like more and more, it was from video games actually. I played NHL, FIFA maybe, I don't know. Yeah, and the old vintage games, you know, like the menu, game over, options. You already knew the words. So when I came to school, it was easier, much easier.
I actually tried to do that. I changed one of my games and put it in Czech.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare. I was like, where's the exit?
Where's the exit?
How do what am I doing here? I just want to go to the main menu.
It's almost the same when you accidentally change your language in phone to Chinese.
Yeah,
something like that. You can't even turn it on or off.
No.
It's horrible. Yeah. So how did the story continue when you started to feel good at school with the kids? You found when was the time that you met your girl, like your wife?
Oh, I met her 4 weeks after I got here. So
4 weeks.
Yeah. But I was like newly single, so I was trying to see. I was trying to see the options.
Trying to see the options.
Yeah, I downloaded Tinder.
Really?
Yeah, I went on a date with some girl
Does
from
she know
Moscow. Yeah, but you know, we're that's like 5 years ago. But I was like, wow, I think this girl's really special. But I just became single, so I need to.
Yeah, of course.
I got to see the market. I guess she was out here. So I was in Prague looking around, you know, but she made it very clear very quickly, like. You either are gonna do this with me or you're not. Like I'm not playing around. So she gave me like a time. It was like I didn't spend too long in the wild dating world of Prague. So.
Yeah, so she pushed you.
Yeah, for sure. But I was like, nah, man, I'm not trying to get into this, whatever. And I was like, you could lose something special. So it's like, I'm thinking,
yeah.
So then,
what's the difference between Czech girls and American girls? You know. You had to feel the difference when you started like dating. Mm. So what was the first biggest difference between Czech girls and American girls?
I probably should be careful how I answer this question because I could be
you should
ripped apart.
You can cut it out if you want. So I just want to know.
No, I'll be honest with you. I was really surprised that Czech women are still, I don't want to say serving, but like they're doing things for their man. Like you can't group, first of all, you cannot group every woman into one category. Of course, we both know that.
Course, yeah, of course.
But I finished dating like some people that were more free, like money go-getters, like independent, like they're just maybe less traditional. I don't know. So when I came here, I was like, oh wow, yeah, they want to cook for you. They're doing nice things. You know, they're like.
And it's not usual in America.
I was like, okay, I like this better. Where like they cook for you and they treat you.
So
like
Clara cooks.
Yeah, she cooks dinner for sure. Mm-hmm. She's a master at the dinner. I do breakfast and she does dinner.
It's a rule?
No, it just happened to be how we go because I love eggs. So
yeah,
that's what I'm always having for breakfast.
And what do you appreciate? What did you appreciate most about American girls, and what do you appreciate the most about Czech girls? It's okay.
Well, actually, this is a good point. When I first came here, I thought that Czech women like were not wearing makeup, or I felt like they were not dressing up, or I felt like something is different. Like the standard of beauty here is different. But after a couple of years, I had to realize that my American vision of beauty is totally different than the Czech version. For example. Again, I don't want to generalize, but in America, if I'm looking at like these top models or like Kim Kardashian or like these people in this world, and then you come to Prague and people are maybe more humble or they're not. That was my first thing I noticed. I was like, they're not wearing makeup all the time and they maybe have more natural bodies. That's actually what I thought. I was like, this is different. So at first I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I was like,
You didn't like it?
Not at first. I was like,
you had to get used to that.
I'd take some time, and then I started like realizing that it's a different type of beauty. It's more like a natural beauty. It's like
And now after years, what do you think is what standard is like? You can't say better, but what's
it's a
more
tricky subject.
Acceptable? I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't answer that question. I think in America it's a way faker. With I'm not against implants or lip injections or this type of stuff, but the percentage of people who do that and are hardcore on the makeup and stuff like that in America is way different than in Czech Republic. So it's a mix. It depends on your preferences.
What do you think, like, men around the world like more? Which standard is like more beloved by men?
Like natural beauty or like
or the plastic beauty?
You're not gonna like my answer because the answer is that it depends on the person. It depends on the guy. It's hard to answer. I can't give you a good one.
That's hyper correctness.
I know, man.
I just want to know your opinion. Like, it doesn't matter if you think this or this, but you know, just of course it depends.
I think it's actually changing with the times because when I was growing up, you did not want to have a big butt. You did not want to do that.
Yeah.
Girls are getting made fun of because their butt was too big. Now maybe like 20,
if you don't have a big butt.
Yeah, now it's like the sought after thing. Like, damn, okay, she's thick, okay, you know. But but it wasn't like that when I was growing up. So it's like changing. Society changes what they feel is attractive over time. So I know guys who like girls who are super thin and natural. I know some guys who like you're right. Bigger, curvier girls. It's just like, I guess it's just preference.
Do you think it's going to go back or change? Like you said, because now maybe the natural beauty is going up right now, and the plastic beauty maybe it's only here. I don't know. I don't know.
I have no problem with certain plastic surgeries. I have no issue with that. But it just depends on what fits the person. There's some people I see with lip injections where I'm like, man, listen, you just didn't need to do that. You might think it looks good. I'm telling you, I don't think it. I think that was a mistake. But
actually, many girls like do this these days.
I don't know what to say, man. Because I'm sure it makes them feel better about themselves, which is important. You need some self-confidence, you know, and if that makes you feel better or whatever. I know lots of girls who do it, but I just think it needs to fit. It's the same thing with nose rings. Like some girls or guys can look good with the nose ring, but not everybody should have a nose ring. Don't just do it just because you want to be like, I'm cool. Like,
of course. You shouldn't do anything just to be cool. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I wanna tell you a story.
Tell me
about the first time when, like my coming to the Czech Republic moment. Okay, this is when I knew this world is different. Okay,
like the world,
the Czech world,
the Czech world. Yeah.
Okay, so I go to the gym to work out. I was excited. I'm gonna find a gym here. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna be fit. So I go to this little gym, and it's run by some mom and dad thing. I don't know. It's like you got.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Just wanted to help you out. So anyway,
it's all right.
So So I go to the gym, and I get in there. I pay for a membership, and then so I go to the locker room, change, get ready to get my first Czech workout in. Right, I'm excited. So I walk out, and the lady starts yelling at me, in Czech, of course. She's like, "Boti. Nemůžu."
Like the shoes.
I'm looking at her like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "Listen, bro, I don't know what you're saying."
Listen, bro.
Well, and so she's looking down.
She was a lady, as you said, "Listen, bro."
Yeah, sure. Cause I was like vulnerable. I was like, "Bro, what? I'm working out. I got my stuff on." She was like, "No." So get this. So we're arguing for a little bit, and then this man comes over, and he's like, "Hey, you have to change shoes when you're here." He was super nice. So then I go.
It was in the locker room.
Well, I had come out of the locker room, and she wouldn't let me go any further. So the man
because she saw your shoes. Your shoes were the same.
I know now. Yeah. I didn't change shoes. I didn't know that was a thing. So he's like, "Yeah, you got to change shoes." I said, "I don't have them." So he says, "Okay, you can work out barefoot. It's okay, no problem." He was a super nice guy. I was like, "Barefoot? Work out barefoot?"
Yeah.
So I was like,
it's a normal thing here.
So I was like, all right. So I go and do it, and immediately I'm like, my ego and pride is hurt. Like I'm like been yelled at by 2 people, you know, whatever. So I'm in there working out barefoot. So I go home and I tell Clara this story later. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't believe it. They made me change my shoes. Da, da, da. And she's like, yeah. But anyway, we're in the mall, and I see the guy who said, you got to change your shoes. I go, yeah, that's the guy actually who helped me. She was like, are you serious? She was like, that guy played the Prince in old school movies. He was like my childhood crush on TV. He was playing the Prince. I think his name is like Miroslav something. And she was like, yeah, he's an actor. And da, 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 da. And I was like, what?
So you met a Czech TV star.
Yeah, the
Czech
TV star told me, yo, you got to change your shoes. And that was one of the first moments where I was like,
which fitness was that? Which center?
The one I went to?
Yeah.
You know JCP? You so Podebrad? The area?
Yes.
Yeah,
I know
some
the
gym
area.
down the street.
Right.
But it was more like mom and pop stuff. So, but she ripped me apart, and I didn't know why. And this actor came and told me to change my shoes. I didn't know who it was until later.
Cool story. Yeah.
But but in general, when I came here, I was like, who's who? Who are the rap artists? Who does hip hop? That's how I found Christoval. Yeah. Or at that time, Mike Spirit was playing on the radio. So I was like, yeah. Like,
and did you actually start listening to Czech interprets like after you came from US, or because you have to like research in every, I don't know how to say it, like in every area of life. You have to get used to Czech Republic in general, not only in like basic life. So how did you start like finding out who's who, what's what,
Like I said, the basketball community really helped me.
Yeah.
So I got in there.
There were Czech people.
Yeah.
But
I was writing lists of like, how do I say 1 through 10? Let's figure that out first.
Yeah.
How do I say open, close?
Yeah.
How do I say what the fuck is going on? Because I need to say something.
You know how to say it?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Just say the word.
I'm sure posral is in there somewhere, no?
Yeah, it's similar. Yeah.
Co to kurva děláš? Dělaj.
You sound like a Russian guy. It's funny.
That's why
you're a different person when you try to speak Czech.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn how they say it.
Yeah.
Like kurva. You see, you gotta.
Thanks for yellow dollaring my video right now.
Yeah, so
it's cool.
You gotta learn.
Talking about shoes, by the way, how did you accept that in Czech Republic we take our shoes off before entering the apartment? Because you don't do it in America.
Well, I have to take off my shoes at work.
Really?
Yeah. That's why for me it was double. I was like, everywhere I go in this country, I gotta take my shoes off. And that was for me. I was telling people back home.
The first impression was shoe impression. Like,
yeah. I was like, I need more shoes, man. I need a shoe for work. I need a shoe for the gym. I need a shoe to walk to the gym. That was my first complaint on the phone. I was like, this is terrible. This is ridiculous. But now, then I experienced.
It's normal.
I experienced my first snow. So you cannot walk through the snow to work and expect to still be wearing those shoes. It'd be a disaster.
But in America, they don't give a shit.
Well, in Texas, it doesn't snow. So.
Yeah, okay.
And actually, I was thinking most things are more concrete there. So you're not walking in mud. There's no mud. Your shoes might be wet. They have a big giant carpet. You wipe it off. You keep going.
But the concrete is wet. And your shoes are wet.
Wipe it off on a mat.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you're okay with this? Like after years? How long did it take to get used to?
The shoes?
Yeah. Do you ever forget to take your shoes off still?
No, now I'm a pro. Now I take my shoes off at the gym. I put the shoe down here. I take I'm a pro now. I got yeah.
What did Clara think like on the start when you, or did you do it from the start, like
the shoes?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I figured out like if you don't want to get yelled at by the Czech lady, then you need to change your shoes. So I was like, all right. And then at work, it's the same rule.
By Czech lady, yeah.
And old Czech people never want to use their English. They're like, you speak Czech, or you don't, or we're not speaking.
Yeah. Because you're in Czech Republic.
All right. So I was like, it's your world. It's your world. I got it. So I was like, I'll change my shoes. I'll greet you in Czech. I got it. So I learned that. I'm like, all right, if I'm gonna live here, you gotta abide by the rules.
Yeah. What was the hardest thing you needed to learn to like get accepted in Czech Republic by Czech people, by Czech culture? What was the hardest thing to learn, to get used to? I don't know.
You want to know the answer?
Of course. I wouldn't ask if I didn't.
I think I'm going to let everyone in on a secret here, but
Tell me all the secrets.
I do not like beer. And learning how to drink
Actually,
lots of beer.
we met 3 days ago.
I wasn't drinking beer. That was rum.
It was rum?
Yeah, I don't drink beer. Mixed drinks for
beer.
It's got to have some sugar in it, or I'm not drinking it. My dad sells wine for a living. I don't like wine.
In America? All right.
So
you don't like beer? Okay.
Nah, once I learned that like drinking beer is the way you crack into the code. You know, like sometimes
you crack into what actually?
Yeah, no, because like you got to play golf in the business world, so you can get with those people. So I learned, you got to drink some beer and some pivo, some pilsner, some stuff like that, and then you're more like so you can't be like, I'm not drinking beer. I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer. Then Czech people are not going to trust you.
Yeah. So I don't drink beer too, so it's like. So
why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? You don't drink beer either.
Yeah, I don't, but I thought you do actually.
No, that was pretty tough. I was like, oh, okay. So they drink.
So
beer
it was
all
the hardest
time.
thing, just to.
They drink beer after basketball practice.
Yeah. And after football practice, after hockey practice, yeah.
So
after
for me,
all the practices,
coming from the college world of athletics and Division I, and like I had a couple of teammates who smoked a cigarette like on a party or something,
right.
And I was like, "Man, what you doing? You can't do that. You're gonna, we got team, okay." And so I come here and they're like drinking beer, like right after practice, like double dvakrát, like going crazy. I was like, I was sitting here like, whoa, yeah, I'm in another country because I didn't know, but. They got dudes who drink lots of beer could kick your ass in basketball. Right. It's no problem.
And talking about relationships, what was the hardest thing in relationships between people for you to learn as American in Czech Republic?
I think that Czech people, they told me Czech people are kind of cold at first. That's what they told me, and all of my stories matched up with that. I'm in the restaurant, I'm ordering some food, and I would like this, and she's like, okay.
What would you expect? Like,
I don't know. Because in America, you got to earn your tips. At every restaurant, the waitress is trying to hustle you for your money. They're being as nice as possible. So here, I was like, okay. But you just got to do more Czech things and be more culturally acceptable. And then they kind of like, it's much better. It's much better. That's why you try and meet them. Because Czech people have like different humor. Czech people have different.
Are Czech people really cold? Like really that cold?
It seemed like that to me in the beginning. But
was I cold
like
when we met for the first time? Like
I think so.
Was I?
Well, we met at your boxing thing for the first time.
Yeah.
So you were busy, I guess.
Okay, so I don't know. A few days ago we met at Octagon. We texted.
But I'm 5 years into the Czech world, so I'm thinking and speaking like Czech people. I'm in the zone with the Czechs.
Yeah.
See,
I'm not sure. I don't think Czech people are that cold.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a 5-year-old thing, and people were telling me stuff, and I was like, any foreigner you ask, they're gonna be like, yeah, Czech people are cold at first, whatever.
Where did you
foreign people that I am talking to? Okay, but they have this appearance about you guys. I don't know.
But these were Americans, the people that you get the information from.
French people, Swiss people,
French people. Yeah, French people. French people, for example, they can speak English, but they don't want to, because when I was in Paris, everyone told me just don't speak English at them. Don't like try to speak French because they are proud of their country, their language. Do you think this is true? Like the French people, maybe the Swiss people, I don't know.
Well, I was just in Paris, and nobody was rude to me. And so I just think this has always been my style. This is who I am. I'm always trying to bring people together. I'm always trying to be positive, and so,
seem like
So when I'm speaking to French people, bonjour, or if I'm in Czech, I'm like, hey, dobrý den, can I have this one?
Yeah, that's the icebreaker, because if you say just one word, at least one word from their language,
that's how I do life. I just try and meet people halfway. So maybe French people are not rude to me because I'm trying their way, trying to be. When people meet me, I want them to be like, oh, okay, I can get along with this guy. Okay.
They want to feel like comfortable with.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some American tourists who come here and they they want everyone to speak English, and they're like being loud and stuff. And I'm like, oh, who are these Americans?
Do you think your students that you teach will listen to this podcast?
Sure.
Do they follow you on Instagram?
Yeah.
It's not public school, is it?
No. It's an international private school.
International private
Small
school.
Every single person who's ever asked about it, and I tell them, and they say, yeah, I don't know. So.
Okay.
But that's another thing, is that in this country I've found, maybe it's the private school thing, but I've found that people here are not so, they don't get offended so easily over stuff. Like in America, if I was to say damn or something in a classroom, kid could tell their parent tell the principal, and now I'm in trouble. You get fired over doing little stuff like that. You know, you show the wrong video, some nature video, some dude is naked, and, you know, you get in trouble, you get fired.
Yeah.
But I found here, man, I'm not like trying to cuss, but I'm saying like I'm more free and not scared. Like,
yeah.
So I really like it.
But if someone asks me, I'd say this would be like less serious in America than in Czech Republic. So it's like Czech Republic is more free in these things than America.
Yeah. Actually, literally cussing. I feel like in the Czech Republic is like little kids can cuss. It's not a big
alright.
deal.
Yeah.
Like the parents might say, hey, you know, watch out, don't say that. But
it wasn't always like this, but times moved on. So
it actually seems much freer when it comes to like how you express yourself or what you know. It's weird. It's a weird reverse that people don't really know. You can get in serious trouble for cussing. You can get in serious trouble for smoking weed. You go to jail.
Yeah.
So here is actually there's a lot of misconception, but here is definitely more free in lots of different aspects. I know some people don't want to hear that, but
a few minutes ago you said that nice word that American people or American girls are faker than Czech people, but now you said that Czech people are cold AF. So what's the big picture difference between these two cultures, American and Czech? Like, if you know what I mean, like, what's the?
Well, when we were talking about fake, we were talking about body, like physical silicone fake.
You meant faker, like
yeah.
Okay.
But in general, I would say that Czech people are more down to earth and more practical
like than American people. So Czech people are not fake? Like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you.
It's possible, but I didn't run into. No, I actually believe that they are straight up with you. Like, if they don't like you, like,
I don't want to meet you.
I'm not smiling.
Yeah, I'm not smiling. Yeah.
Go have a seat. I believe that's it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course.
That's why the waitresses as well, they're not trying to sucker you for a big tip. They're just like, well, you want a coffee? What kind? Come on. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, like speed up, yeah.
But the world has actually changed for me now, you know. People are not treating, I don't want to say it like that, but like I'm not seeing the world the same way an average Czech American would anymore. Because a lot of people know, like, for example, Clara or myself, so they're not treating us the same way they would treat some regular stranger.
Right.
Does that make sense? You're not getting the same. You're not getting the same natural unknown vibe, like raw Czech to unknown person. It's not happening like that anymore. They're like, oh, I like your stuff. I watch your stuff. You know, it's really nice. But I'm just saying, I'm not getting the raw Czech experience anymore. Only with old people.
Yeah.
Who don't give a fuck who you are.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course.
Co děláte?
Co dělaj?
Yeah.
You're a different person when you try to speak Czech.
Oh, yeah. People said I sound Vietnamese when I speak Czech.
Vietnamese?
Yeah, so I've been trying to correct it and have like a deeper voice maybe or like something. Not that
a lot deeper,
bad,
exactly. A lot deeper voice and I don't know. Slyšíte to taky? Je to úplně
but I was trying to be a Czech grandpa there. That's why I had the low voice. Daddy Czech. So like, co děláte?
Yeah, I know, but
Czech old man.
Just try to speak normal, in your normal, like, the best accent you can, and say, jsem Nicolas a jsem nejlepší učitel ve střední Evropě.
I'm not gonna remember that, but...
Tak řekni, jsem nejlepší učitel ve střední Evropě.
Jsem nejlepší učitel v
střední Evropě.
Střední Evropě. Central Europe? What are you?
Yeah. Jsem nejlepší učitel ve střední Evropě.
To hodně rychle. Příliš rychle.
Like you were ill or something. Like příliš.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just cute. It's really cute.
That's what everyone says.
So, jsem nejlepší učitel. Ve střední Evropě.
Ve střední
Evropě.
Evropa. You don't say já jsem, you just say jsem.
Yeah.
Jsem nejlepší učitel v střední Evropě. No.
Aha.
No takhle.
Už to mám. Yeah, už to máš. Very cool. Yeah. So you are a teacher. You are a teacher. You make money like teacher. And is there any other? I don't know how to say it. Is there any other business that you do, create, make? I don't know how to say the word.
No. Yeah, other forms of income.
Yeah, other forms of income. Yeah. Thank you.
I just wanted you to finish so I could fix it. I was doing tutoring big time. Tutoring was nice.
Tutoring. What's tutoring?
One-on-one tutoring.
Yeah.
What is it in Czech?
Jakože osobní lekce. Lekce angličtiny. Jakože.
But if I say, do you want some tutoring? How do you say that in Czech? Chceš.
Lektor, nebo no, jako, yeah, I know what you mean, but I think there's no word in Czech.
No, there was at one point in time where I had 8 or 9 private lessons. So I was like hustling. It's hard. Like the American style. Like you finish your first job, you go to your second job. If you want it, you could get a third job at midnight. So I think that I brought my American hustle here. The spirit of hustling, not so much like the paper chase, but like
American hustle.
Yeah, I think that people here are not so entrepreneurial, even though obviously I'm looking at an entrepreneur. I think here most people are like just content to have their job and they like to live their little life. But in
maybe
America,
that's the difference between Czech people and American
hard.
people.
100%. That's why I think here I do well because I'm on it. You got an opportunity, let's do it. I have a job, but I'm looking for opportunities. I'm trying to make, create, grow. Make money, do this, do that.
Are American people afraid of talking about money?
No, why?
Because Czech people are.
No,
because when I ask somebody, one of my guests here about money, I ask everyone about money. We talk all the time about money, and there are still comments in under these videos that why Ajvn is always asking about money. Why he? They say that it's my only interest to get the information about money from my guests, but it's not. There's nothing bad about it.
No.
What do you think?
I don't think there's anything bad with it. I think that revealing private financial information can be tough sometimes.
Yeah, it can be tough. Of course.
But I just like to share. So, for example, I like telling people in America I was making $55,000 a year as a teacher. So people can do the math with that how they want. I was telling my students because a lot of students had no clue. They were like, "Yeah, my parents make, $100,000, $400,000." I said, "Listen, if your parents were making that kind of money, you wouldn't be getting free lunch at school." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
So I just like to be transparent and say, "Listen, this is real deal." So they're like, "Yeah, garbage men make more money than you." I said, "Man, we go to Google, we can find it, we can look it up. It's a city job, so their salary's there, my salary's here."
Yeah. And do you make more
here
in Czech Republic than in the US?
Here, in America, I made 3 times as much money, something like that. But that's why I was hustling. I was like, "Oh, okay." But
that's why you hustle.
Yeah. But even if I only was a teacher, I can live a nice life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's different.
In America or here?
Here. I could stay on the regular salary, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not really materialistic, so I want to go on some trips and play basketball and teach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to buy a yacht.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course.
So the salary here maybe is like, all right, but I was like, yo, you don't know me. Like, I'm about to do 10 things here. So, like, let's find the people, let's connect, let's talk, let's do some extra lessons, let's learn, let's grow. So that's what's on my mind. So that's why money, I don't even, I've had like no money, and I think I've had a lot of money. I've had places in between.
What is a lot of money for you?
For me, like per year or in the account?
you American people, like, you count it on per year. We don't. We just talk about monthly salaries and
monthly is what you're talking about.
monthly. Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm actually still trying to figure that out because sometimes I'll look at my bank account and think, okay, all right, and then
because why to talk? I'm sorry, but why to talk about like yearly salaries? Because it's just a big bag of money. Everyone can say that I make this per year, but you know, it's not the right information for statistics. You know, because for example, me, I made the most of my
yearly money.
Yeah, yearly money I made in last 4 months. So you know, if I told you I made this kind of money like yearly, it's not like the.
Isn't that the better picture? Because some months you make less, and some months you make more.
It is, but if you, I don't know how to say it. When you say the approximate,
like an estimate.
Yeah.
Like an average.
Yeah,
like roundabout.
The average amount of money like per month, it's more. It tells more about you. I guess I don't know. Maybe something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, but I don't know. Gives you the picture either way. So.
Yeah.
So a lot. So you asked me what I think a lot of money is. So when I was growing up, I thought if you made 100,000 American dollars, I was like, you're rich.
That's 2.5 million in Czech crowns.
Yeah. So, but when I was like 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I was like, I thought people don't have money. Everyone is poor. If you make 100,000, you're balling. Then as I got older, I was like, you're making what? He's making what? And more information I got. So I was like, maybe 100,000 is not that much. So then now in the Czech Republic, I really don't understand. I still don't know how much money is a lot of money. I don't know. Like, I think if you had 1 million crowns on your account, I think you're doing pretty good.
It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Oh, that's not like a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, yeah.
But
it's $50,000 only.
Oh, okay. Oh,
only
damn,
in dollars, yeah.
Okay. So, but I don't know if somebody says they monthly make this, I can only compare it to my living existence. Like, okay, you make that and I make this, and like just, we're both cool.
You're getting paid monthly.
Yeah.
Like a teacher here. You're living.
And they give you a bag in January, and then you just gotta figure it out.
Are you living a good life? Like, would you say you're living a good life here?
Yeah.
Even though you make less?
I count. I'm a financial dude. I'm watching the paper. I'm watching the money at all times. I'm always watching the money. So
yeah, me too.
So I know I'm like, hey.
I'm looking every day at my bank account. Like,
some people don't look at it at all.
Yeah.
I say, what you got? What do we need to do? Oh, I don't know. I ain't looked at it.
Yeah.
No, I'm on it. I'm like, we're not going out to eat. We're eating here. We're eating rice and ice. Yeah. That's what we're having.
I'm the same guy. Yeah, I'm always watching. Yeah,
I'm watching. But for me, like I've been telling people, money's not the motivation for me. It's like experiences. And I hate to sound cliche, but like I'm not trying to be a millionaire.
All the cliches are true.
I'm not trying to be a millionaire. It's not my thing. I want to like leave an impact and have fun and be positive and grow. But I don't have like money goals, to be honest. I do have money goals, personal, but I'm not like paper chasing. That's why when I say I hustle, it's like in all things, fitness, sports, teaching, money, social media.
Now. Yeah, I see. Because we don't say hustle. We don't say the word hustle for these kind of things. Like when someone from Czech Republic says hustle, it means like you're getting paid for something. You're hustling money.
Yeah,
it
can be a negative.
Yeah,
but where I come from, hustle just means hard work.
Hard work.
But if somebody say he hustled me, then he stole money from me.
Yeah.
So when I say hustle, I definitely don't mean illegal business. But
yeah, cool that you mentioned this because I thought that you were talking only about making money, not like hustling the sport.
It's all it happens to all come together. So I've learned over 32 years that whatever I'm doing works. So I don't have to worry about like money because I know how to live without it. I know where you can steal toilet paper from if you don't have any. I know how to I know how to do all kinds of stuff. So I'm not worried about that. I just want to be happy and live a life where every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to do this, see this, and grow a little bit and learn a little bit and work harder on this little hobby. And for me, it's like, that's all enough. That's all I need.
What would you do if you were to return to America?
It's a good question. Like tomorrow?
I only ask good questions.
If they deported me?
Yeah, something like that. Thank you, my Russian friend.
That still sounds Russian? Say it. Dobrá otázka.
Dobrá otázka.
How am I saying it Russian?
Say it.
Dobrá otázka.
It's better. It was better, yeah.
Okay.
It's the same level as my English.
No,
cool.
we don't sound Russian. Though. Okay.
Do I sound Russian when I speak English?
No.
Is that a Russian accent or is it a Czech accent? Is it a Prague accent? I don't know.
think it's a Czech accent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't say it.
Oh, you have no accent like that?
Yeah.
No. We're honest with each other.
Yeah, of course.
If I went back to America right now,
yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I'd probably go back to the school, go back to teaching because it's the only skill set that would immediately work. And, America's oversaturated with, you know what that means?
Yeah, of course.
Oversaturated with...
I understand everything you say.
No, good.
I just
yeah.
can't speak that well.
But it's oversaturated with entertainment, content creators,
Is it?
It's packed. Like, just in the city of Dallas, it's hard to compete for money in general. So, like, imagine you want to be a TikTok star in America. You have to compete with...
It's easier, isn't it? Because,
I don't think so.
There are so many people around the world that speak English. Because when you're a TikToker here in Czech Republic as me, for example, or your girlfriend, you only target the small audience, like 2 million people.
Yeah, but we're talking about being popular in your country.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super harder to do it in America. You might have your city. There's 330 million Americans. You're not going to... There's too many... Like, everybody wants to be a...
yeah, but you have the greater audience, like...
It's true.
35 times more than in Czech Republic. So it should be 35 times easier, to
but
get...
This is actually what I wanted to ask you. Because I wanted to ask you about the ceiling for Czech influencers. Because I guess Schultz has like 500,000?
Like, no, almost 1 million.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing.
900,000.
Yeah. So I wonder, who was I looking at then? But I wanted to ask you what you think the ceiling is. How high can you go? You can't have 11 million Czech followers because there's not 11 million people in the country, probably.
Yeah, of course. You can't. Where's the ceiling? The ceiling is where you set it because there's only a limited amount of people, but you can. I don't want to sound rude, but you can milk the money from 1 million people, like again and again. There's a ceiling only in the amount of followers, but there's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. What is the limit? Because you can work with all kinds of corporations and people and bigger companies and whatever. Like, but I'm talking about there's just a max to how big you can get here. Or I wanted to ask, is that true? Is there a max to how big you can get? Because at some point, you're gonna have to do some Slovak content or something in Polish or something, and you're gonna have to branch out if you want to get bigger. Or is it not true? Like the top Czech influencers are still growing, and they
depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about the amount of followers,
I'm talking about followers and opportunity and money.
The opportunity is it's unlimited, I guess.
Who's at the top?
I think the most followed Instagram account in Czech Republic is Leoš Mareš.
Yeah,
it's the speaker. He works in the radio, like the most famous radio in Czech Republic, but he's not growing anymore. And his value is very, very different than if you were to compare to Anička Šulcová, maybe. So there's very big difference talking about incomes and these things. But like I said, the opportunities are unlimited. That's why Leoš Mareš is making more money than almost the same amount of followers as Anička Šulcová. So there's only ceiling in when we talk about amount of followers. There's like 1.5 million.
So those two people are like they're like right now maxing. They're like
they're hitting the top. Yeah, of course. But
you still have a great life. Probably have a great life.
Yeah, you're a millionaire. Yeah, absolute millionaire. Yeah, of course. Maybe, and your wife too. She's going to be a millionaire if she continues her work. Of course. Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah. Fact.
Doufám, že jo.
Like no cap.
It would be nice.
Yeah. Actually,
you can just send me the blueprint for that.
Yeah. She maybe she is a millionaire. Oh. She should be. Like when she's this big and she's this capable of things, I was talking with her sometimes, and she's really capable. Yeah,
she's super talented.
When you have 100K,
that's why I was wondering what is the max? How high can you go? Because listen, like if you have a million,
really depends.
Leos Marish is like 1.2 maybe, right?
Yeah, 1.1.
But so he's maxing his country. But let's say Charlie D'Amelio in America is maxing her capacity, and she's at
that's different level,
like something crazy. You see, so you can max out your own country. I was wondering how far can you go before you need to break into another language?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but there's no one in Czech influencer history that broke to the other language. I don't know. There should be no ceiling. If you speak English, you can start creating content in English, but you start from zero because the Czech audience is just a different thing. So, but there's no reason to like throw away the thing that you built in Czech Republic and start there, because you're a millionaire and you can milk it like for years. So when you're a millionaire, there's no reason to like start
to branch out to go somewhere else.
Yeah, because next year I'm going to be a millionaire, so I don't have to. It's like
talking to a millionaire.
And I haven't even, not yet, but very, very, very close. And there's no reason. I haven't even maxed my country, and I can be a millionaire. Yeah. So depends on your priorities. And
I was curious about that. I'm glad you taught me something today.
I'm a teacher too. So.
Yeah, you can. You are.
Yeah, I hope this is a good answer to your question.
Change the way I think about the Czech social media world.
Yeah, it's small. It's still small, I think.
It's been interesting for me to watch.
You're an influencer too, so.
Yeah, but I'm like a baby. I'm like a baby influencer. That's why I'm trying to like look and see and learn and grow. Like, oh, how do you do this? How do you handle that? How many times you do this?
Yeah. It's not important because, everybody has their own way to do things. So it's not important to like be finding out how he's done this, how she's done this. It's you make money too from like.
I'm starting to. I think it's great
influencing,
but,
and
it's making me
really
rethink.
If you continue this trend, you can, I don't know, in a year or two, it will be making you more money than teaching kids. But it's about what you want to do, what you love to do. So if you enjoy teaching kids, I think you can stay with that and make some hustle. Like, I don't know how to say. We say bokem, jakože
bokem.
Jakože like
jakože co?
That's why it's hard, because you don't understand.
You're trying to translate a whole phrase from Czech to English.
Yeah, it's very hard. No,
it's okay.
Never mind. I have a very special question here, and it will be very hard for me to explain the question and understand your answer to this question. So,
pohodě, máme čas.
The question is, how exactly the American people think about politics, talking about choosing their president, because there are two parties. There's a Democratic Party and a Republican Party. As a Czech person, I wasn't able to understand what's going on in American politics, even if I tried to. So, what's the difference between these two parties, and how basic people think about these parties, and what's the difference? Why should I vote for Republican? Who's the person who votes for Republican Party? Who's the person who votes for Democratic Party?
It's a great question. You only ask good questions. You only ask good questions.
I ask the best questions in Central Europe.
Okay, so yeah, that's a tough question, but I got the answer for you. Trust me. I personally am not a fan of the two-party system. I think that's complete nonsense because somebody's beliefs don't fall into one of two groups.
Yeah.
For example, I think people should be allowed to smoke weed, and I also support the amendment where you can have a gun. I think if you want to own a gun in your house, you can. I'm cool with that. But I also think that, like, I just have a mix of beliefs. For example, illegal immigration, you know, that's a very serious issue. And so one party believes that you should be just cutting people out, like just block them, send them back, whatever, cut it 100%. And the other party is more of like, let's figure out a plan to get them legally inside the country, you know, with, you know, fixing it. So for me, and the third parties, there's like a Green Party or Independent Party, or there's a new party called Forward. They just don't have enough juice. They don't have enough power. They don't have enough money. It's a big money game. So you only have two options. So one, the Republican Party, I'm trying to be careful because this is a tough topic.
Yeah.
The Republican Party is made of mostly conservative thinking people. Okay. That means that
Republican.
Republicans want to kind of keep it old school. They want to keep it the way it was. Yeah. That's why the Democratic Party is like a liberal or progressive party, which means they're talking about new ideas. They want to push it forward. So for example, gun rights. The Republican Party is going super hard to make sure that you can keep your gun and that you can buy one. The other party wants to limit the amount of guns you can have, or maybe probably cancel that stuff altogether. Yeah. So, you know, if you want to support abortion, that's on one side. The other side does not. One side is more like one was more for legalizing weed. The other one was not for legalizing weed. But in general, one party is conservative and one party is liberal, more progressive. So in America, it's polarized, as I'm sure everyone has heard on the internet a million times, this word, polarized, where you believe you're either in one group or the other. You're either blue or red. You cannot, and the politicians easily manipulate and divide people. All I have to do is say he's a Democrat. He believes in pedophilia. So cancel him. You know, like it's easy. You just say this is the enemy. There's only one enemy. Here you have multi-party system. I think in Brazil they got like 8 parties. Yeah. Or in France. Yeah. I like it. You build a party around what the people want to tackle. Yeah. So I just think in America politics is really tough because if I don't want to vote for Trump, okay, what's my other option?
Yeah.
Biden. So what, you want to put your name behind Biden, or like you wanted to put your name behind Hillary, or it's like you only have 2 choices. That's why people are saying you either choose between, it's the best of 2 evils or best of 2. You're choosing the worst of the two groups. Yeah. That's how I would explain political parties.
Yeah, I'm trying to process this into my head.
So we have states, and different states are, we have electoral college. You heard about this?
Maybe.
I think in the Czech Republic, every person's vote counts, and whoever has the most votes.
Yeah, of course.
We're counting total number of like state points. So
yeah, it's
Texas is worth like 30 points because it's a big country, state, lots of people in it, and they usually vote Republican. So they voted for Trump in general. So all of the people in Texas vote. More people voted for the red, so those 30 points go to the Republican Party.
Who did you vote for?
I didn't vote. I've never voted.
You've never voted? Why?
I'm waiting on a candidate that I like.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting to vote for a candidate that I like.
Yeah.
I voted one time for somebody.
It's about choosing a little smaller evil.
Yeah, but
your vote counts too. So
because then when you vote for this person, then every time they're on TV making a mistake, they're like, yeah, you picked that one. That's yours. It's your man. It's your woman. You chose that person.
And who would you have voted in the last elections? If
I would have voted for Biden.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just...
Even after what you see now on TV and...
That's what I'm saying. But
in
general,
that's exactly
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to wake up. I was waking up on TV. I was waking up and reading that Trump is saying like some really ridiculous or crazy stuff like every day. I prefer my presidents to be more like eloquent and speak well, and like I don't want them to be like the showman and like front page news every day. No. I still believe that the power in the American government really is supposed to rely with the people that you choose for your cabinet, right? Like the Minister of Science, Minister of Agriculture, the people that you place in charge of these. This is the real power.
That's why you place them.
Yeah. But they got people like they just picked up like the governor from Texas, and they put him in as the head of nuclear. They just plug people in. Yeah. Like friends. Like, do me this favor, I'll put you in the cabinet. So it's like we don't really get. We don't get like the smartest and brightest person. The best nuclear physicist should be in that job. The best person who understands housing should be in that job, not a neurosurgeon.
Absolutely.
So that's why I've been upset with American politics for a long time.
That's the last. You've never voted.
I voted one time in a primary for a Republican guy, and then he lost to Trump, and then I was like, yeah, I don't like him, so I'm not voting for him. That was my experiment with voting.
Do you believe that the last elections, when it was Biden versus Trump, do you believe it was rigged?
In favor of Trump, of Biden?
In favor of Biden, yeah.
No, I don't, actually.
You don't think so?
No.
Because there is some evidence that that says it was. So.
And 4 years ago, in previous election, they said that Russia rigged the election in favor of Trump. Yeah. So I can never say, like, I just choose not to do conspiracies because I don't have no evidence.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
What can I say? Like, could happen? Maybe likely. Not likely, but like it's a percentage chance it happened. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it was rigged. I think when people lose,
I don't want you to say this. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm just asking because it's interesting topic and I like this topic, but I saw the document. You saw Cambridge Analytica. Did you see it?
I know what they did. Right.
Yeah.
They took the data.
And they used it for manipulating.
Yeah, but if you don't, I agree. But if you don't think that there was enough Democratic voters in the country to outvote Trump, like more people in America are Democrat than Republican. That's a fact, statistically, over the last many elections. But the problem is that we're doing the electoral college. So however many red states win, if you win Florida, Texas, and California, it's the 3 biggest states. Yeah. So you get the 3 biggest points. So if those 3 go red, and then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if every single person in North Carolina voted blue.
That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I like it here. I actually had a question for you based on this.
Yeah, tell me.
I was gonna save it for the end. Do you want me to save it for the end?
It's not end.
No, I'm saying I would save the question.
Say it now. Because I don't ask, like, I don't let my guests ask questions in the end, but like after an hour. So we're over an hour, so you can ask questions.
Well, I have 2 questions. I got plenty of questions for you, trust me. But I wanted to know.
I'm actually happy when someone asks me questions.
I got many questions for you, trust me. You got General Pavel.
What?
Pavel?
Pavel?
General Pavel, his name? Pavel?
Yeah, like the president.
Candidate.
Yeah, candidate.
What's his name?
Yeah, Pavel, yeah.
What did I say?
You said
General Pavel. Is he a general?
It sounded like Powell.
Okay, okay.
It's Pavel.
Oh,
General Pavel.
General? What's general in Czech?
It's it's the same word in English. General, like major. I guess major. I don't know the. Yeah, it should be the same. General. Give me a second.
I don't think so. You have a J sound?
It's like the biggest.
Yes.
Biggest man in
army.
In army, yeah.
So you have Pavel. You have Danushe. Sorry, I didn't know the names. And then you have Babiš. So I just wanted your opinion. You can keep it as light and friendly as you would like to, but I would like to know because I'm an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just see these people in their campaigns, but I don't know what they're saying. You know, I know some history from Babiš, obviously, since he's been in charge. The lady is new to me, but lots of popular young people like her. And then Pavel seems to be somebody who I just happened to see randomly, and he's a general or something. So I don't know. You tell me. I need my notepad. I'm ready to learn.
My opinion, this situation we have right now here in Czech Republic, it's when I see the lady, Danuše Nerudová, I don't believe her. When I hear her speaking, when I hear her opinions, it feels like she's presenting opinions of other people that control her. Like I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so it feels like she's a project of someone with the higher, purposes. I don't know if this is correct. Maybe yeah. So I wouldn't vote for her, but I don't mind her. It's like there should be a woman always in these elections, because it makes women feel they are able of the same things as men. So maybe that's
representation.
Right? That's representation. I don't mind. She's got her opinions. I only say how I feel about her. Then there's Andrej Babiš. I'm not that skilled in politics. I don't understand the whole thing, how it works. I'm trying to, but I'm a normal person, and I wouldn't vote him because he's been here for a long time. There are plenty of things he fucked up. There are plenty of things maybe he the opposite. He did well. He did well. Yeah, he did well. But I wouldn't vote because he's old. The country needs some refreshing people. Then there's other candidates. I don't even know how many and which, but I think General Pavel has the most second.
Like a plan or idea?
Not exactly the idea, but it feels, when I listen to him,
maybe he feels like he has it going on, like he understands.
Yeah, he understands, and there was a nice point from someone on the internet that imagine that your country is at war, like Ukraine. If you imagine which president from these candidates should be there? Is it Danuše? Is it Andrej? Or is it General Pavel? Like maybe this is the point where when I make my decision, because the situation in Europe is could be better, maybe. And if I imagine this situation, I would go for him. But it's very hard.
It could be like a pick for future safety. Like in the future, it could be like the guy you need.
Yeah, I think he looks good. He can speak. Not many presidents from our past history could speak well. So there will be a progress in this. And maybe I would go for him.
Nice.
I don't see any better choice. Yeah. Because when you support someone else, it's like you support Andrej. So that's the first time I talk about politics in this podcast in English.
Well, you taught me something, and I'm sure the people listening are interested to hear your opinion in general.
Yeah.
How many parties you got? 6?
Not sure. More. There are like 15 parties. Like you mean the political
like
groups?
ODS, and you got like
there's plenty of them. It's like more than 10.
Come together as a coalition.
Yeah, more than 10. But those ones that are seen on TV and people talk about them are like 6 or 7, something like that. Yeah.
I actually went to school to study political science.
I'd go too if I had time, because it's interesting topic and it's very complex.
Well, when I got to college and they gave me the book that I should read for political science class, and it was like this big, and I was a freshman, I was like 18. And at the same time, I was discovering that you can go party multiple nights a week with all kinds of girls and like the team, and there's no parents. You can stay up as late as we want. Yeah. Then my like, political science, I want to be like a senator or I want to be like a mayor or something like that. That's just like, I was like, absolutely not. I'm changing. No way. College was way too, I was like, there's too much fun here for me to do political science. I'm not reading this book.
Yeah. I actually haven't read any book about politics. I'm just trying to do my own research, on from what's reaching me, and it's very hard to actually make opinion, because there are many information. There's much information. There's too much information. Yeah. Is it correct? Mm-hmm. Too much information out there, and I'd spend years, just making my own opinion. So it's like it's like you said about the evil. Picking the smaller evil. It's the same situation here. So
I have some other questions about some people that you know, and I want to know more about them. Okay, so number 1,
who?
psychopath bear.
Okay, psychopath bear.
He's crazy or what? Because the stuff he's doing online is wild to me, like crazy. But I saw you interviewed him, you talked to him, like a normal dude.
He's a good man. He's actually a very nice man.
Really?
He has a kid. He has a wife. He has a house in Pardubice, yes. Yeah. And he's a lovely man in his normal life. But he's played so much roles in his life that sometimes maybe even he doesn't even know he's not playing a role, or he's not wanted to play a role right now, and he does. So when he came here to my podcast, he brought an axe with him. He came in the white coat and said to me, "What shall I destroy here?" And I said, "Aleš, I need you to be normal now. I need you to speak. Yeah. I need you to be a normal person." Yeah. So he kept his coat, and he put the axe down there. I was
because I just know him from Clash of the Stars.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm like, hey, look at this guy.
He's an actor.
Look at this guy. What's he doing?
Yeah, he's an actor, and he's a very good actor.
Okay, so
he's funny. He's funny.
I got somebody else then.
Yeah.
All right. So, as a girl, she got like platinum hair. Yeah, Erica.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I don't remember her last name.
Yeah, Erica Eliashova. Something Oba, yeah.
Okay, so
everyone in Czech Republic with
Oba, yeah, I know. So I don't know what she's saying online. Seems nice. Seems like she's giving some type of advice or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Seemed like normal to me, but the amount of hate comments I was translating and the amount of videos that people were making about her, like in a negative way.
Really?
I was like, what's she talking about? Why people don't like her? Or like, so I was hoping you could tell me like she gives like financial advice and also why people don't like her.
Yeah, listen, she's a very very nice person, of course, and she's a very, I don't know how to say it, when you believe in yourself, like
self-confident.
Yeah, she's a very self-confident lady, and that's not that usual between ladies, or ladies are, I don't know, not.
Careful.
It's not normal for ladies to be that self-confident, and she is very, very self-confident.
She's like outgoing too.
Yeah, she's out. Yeah, of course.
That's probably what you mean.
Yeah, thanks. Just say the word if I'm lost.
I'm trying to like.
Yeah, of course. And she's built her business. She make millions.
Clothes.
Yeah, clothes, and she's the inspiration for many ladies, but positive things are not written on the internet. So that's why you see only the hates. Yeah. That's why you see the negative comments. And she's very cool. She knows what she's doing. She knows her business. She knows her work, and she's a very creative person. Yeah. And she made it from zero to hero. So that's why most people. And it's the same when you look at my accounts and my comments. It's the same. She made something. She's good at something, and most people are not.
So maybe like some people just don't like to see some confidence.
Yeah.
So they're like,
Czech people when they see self-confidence, it's killing them.
But that's a different game, because in America, self-confidence is the name of the game. You got to be as like.
That's why I was
as possible. Yeah. And here more like they're looking for like some slick, maybe not slick, but like smoother, undercover, humble hero. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So that's the problem Erica has, but she doesn't give. She couldn't care less. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but she talks about business. She talks about finance. She talks about advice in the business world. So, and she's good.
And so, okay, next question. What's up with Epic Bros? You were a part of that, or you started it, or what?
Yeah, I started it.
What is the connection?
Yeah, I started it with Díky, and just
this was 3 years ago, because I watched.
Yeah. We started 3 years ago. We started on TikTok.
Lopata gang.
Yeah, Lopata gang stuff. Yeah, we started on YouTube, but it's very hard to. I'm losing words. It's very hard to keep the party of five or six boys together and to have the same idea all the time, to stay like focused on one thing, because everyone has his ego, everyone has his their opinions.
We had 5 people.
Yeah, Six people.
Had or have, or it's like a thing. You
Had
know,
it's still the thing we
still
I'm sorry.
Lopata gang.
Yeah, we're still the gang, but we don't spend much time together.
You have some tattoos somewhere of each other. Like,
no.
wait, this tattoo you have.
Yeah.
No. Oh, sorry. It's hidden. Yeah, it's the guy from The Godfather.
It's not from Godfather. It's from TV series, American TV series.
Which one?
Lost. From 2004.
But he's like a orange.
Yeah.
Have they already seen your tattoo? They know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No. Lost?
You wanna see
I didn't see Lost.
You didn't see Lost? It's the most popular
yeah, no,
American.
They're no, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'll show you the poster, maybe you know.
I don't watch a lot of TV, unfortunately.
I did when I was young, but
and this character inspired you so much to get the tattoo.
Yeah, the story is so cool that it stayed with me after it ended. So it's like 10 years after the show ended. So it's like 16 years old. 16 years. It started on ABC TV. Do you know the ABC? Yeah, it was on ABC 16 years ago. It launched, and yeah.
If I got a tattoo, I would be covered. That's why I don't have any tattoos.
It's cool.
I know. I would get one tattoo.
Yeah,
I would be back there.
Exactly as you say. Yeah,
I would be head to toe.
That's a bad way
I
to
would get tattoo.
Yeah. So no. Yeah.
I would have tattoos up here.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. I like this place.
I would be a different person, and I would speak Czech fluently. So you wouldn't even recognize
with tattoos.
me
Yeah. I had there a question about another American thing. So yeah. Is really the N-word the big problem, like between Americans or between English-speaking people? Why has it gotten to this point that you can't even say the N-word? Because it was not few years ago, but like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was okay. It was even on television. They were using it. Everyone was using it like daily. On YouTube, in TV shows, I don't know, everywhere, in films, in movies. What happened?
No, další dobrá otázka. It's a really good question, but
I don't know why I'm asking you. You're a white guy.
No. But I'm glad you brought it up
because you're American, so you know why I'm asking you.
Well, this actually goes into why. Never mind. I don't even know how to make that connection. But when I was growing up. Yeah, I lived in a city where white people are the minority. Yeah, so most people were.
Which city?
Well, Grand Prairie, Texas. In Dallas,
Small
Texas.
City.
It's a suburb.
Okay.
Suburb. Oak Cliff, Grand Prairie, Dallas. These are areas where you could find yourself like Latino people and black people.
And there are black people in Dallas, in Texas.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking like Texas is the only one country left that are only white people there.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
No. I need to show you a map, man. Like, all the states in the South have lots of black people.
Really?
Yeah. There's states like Idaho and Montana where there's like very few black people there.
Mexicans are not black people.
Yeah, that's why I said Latino and black.
Latino and black. Okay. Yeah.
There's millions. There's millions. Yeah. So anyway. This is why when I was growing up, most of my friends were really like black or Hispanic. So I was dumb, I would say, or I just didn't know. And so I feel like my friends were allowing me to say this word.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
It's dumb because, we sing the songs. Like I was at Kendrick Lamar in O2 Arena, and it's like 100% white people in there.
Yeah.
And he's saying like the N-word and stuff. And everyone's singing along.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you going to do? It's the song. We're here for the concert. What are you going to say?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because, there are certain situations that it's allowed to use this word, but it's sketchy.
Yeah, it's definitely
you can get killed when you use this word.
Yeah.
Or you can get, I don't know, whatever. Do you listen to Czech rap?
I spent 1 month listening only to Czech rap.
Which one?
Hector. Rest. That's where I found refuge.
Yeah.
I spent the whole month, man. I was like, I got to name them all or what? I don't know. It was.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you named the good ones. actually. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty
mean,
cool.
there's like, I said his name wrong in some video, but Mendes, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else you would
Yeah,
say that.
he's a
like,
Mendes.
yeah. Nick Tindo.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to listen to older people like PSH,
Mhm. Yeah.
And I was like,
They're also good.
The problem is I cannot jump into a giant genre and you don't even know what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's very hard to like
It's
music
like-
when you don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, it's like
You can only
I
like
can't
the
imagine,
vibe.
yeah.
I was like trying to listen. I was listening to whole albums.
yeah.
I only listen to Czech music for maybe October.
You don't know the words. It's
You don't know what they're talking about, so you can't
It's like-
vibe 100%.
Yeah, it's like that I was going to listen to Vietnamese rap or something like that.
You
Yeah,
wouldn't know
it's-
where to start. You don't even know who's who.
absolutely, yeah.
So I wake up in the morning, make breakfast, put the in America, put my shoes on in the house as I'm leaving.
When? After you make breakfast?
You can walk on carpet in your shoes. It's okay. Or you have linoleum. You know what that is? Like, you know.
Yeah,
the
of
floor.
course.
sure.
Yeah.
You walk on your shoes in it. Yeah. It's not dirty. It's not dirty.
But why? Because you know your feet sweat in
but
shoes.
it's not for a long time. Just let me finish, okay?
Yeah, sorry. Don't kill me.
I put the shoes on. I put the shoes on as I'm leaving. No big deal if I step on the carpet or on the whatever. I go on the concrete and I get in my car, and from the car I go to work and I step on more concrete, and then I go into school, which is cleaned by a cleaning lady. Same story when I go to the gym. So my feet never touch mud. My feet never touch grass.
It's not about mud. It's about bacteria, you know. No, it's not.
I'm not
I
eating
don't
off
know.
the floor or my shoes.
I know, but you know, it's in your house. You know, the floor is in your house, and it's full of bacteria. What if your kid, I don't know, falls off on the floor when you have one? It falls on the floor.
I know plenty.
And it's- I don't know.
Plenty of people who wear their shoes in the house, like when they're watching TV. I personally take them off because it's more comfortable. I don't want to wear shoes in the house. That's the purpose of being in the house, not to wear the shoes.
What you think? Like, let's summarize this cast.
I think you did a great job.
How
in
did you
English.
how did you feel? Like, you know, I'm the Czech guy. I can speak a bit of English, and how did you feel here? Like, was it cringy, or I don't know?
No, you thought
Was
it was
it okay?
cringy?
Like, from my view,
You asked great questions.
yeah.
You poured water well.
And you have to speak about how I pour the water. It's
You know what's funny is he poured the water so well that it refilled before I even knew it was there. I like took a moment and looked at my wrist, and I came back and the water was there.
yeah,
So
I'm the fast guy, you know.
no, I
That's a good
learned from
job.
you, and I hope you learn from me.
Of course, this is the best practice I've ever had, I guess, because I had to ask good questions. You know, it doesn't look like it, but to ask questions right in another language, it's crazy.
That's
I'm not the best speaker ever. Like, I know my mistakes, and I feel them every time I say something wrong. I have the need to fix it afterwards, but it's very hard to ask questions
I think
in
that
English.
I've said this before, but Czech people are better. Czech people are better in English than they think they are. I'm ready. Przeprzawny.
It's a basic question. It's nothing about politics. And
We did
What-
go deep. You know?
what do you think about the man that the whole internet knows him? He was arrested like a few days ago. What do you think about Andrew Tate?
Another good one. Great question. You're a pro, huh?
Yeah. You're just making fun of me. I feel the irony behind it.
No. I'm saying that's good, man. Because I think some of the stuff he says is damn correct. I think some of the stuff he says, it takes a special person with some nuts to say. What are you talking
And a
about?
lot of stuff, he knows what to say and how to make the impact on some groups of people.
Well, I have
Yeah.
plenty of students who think
Yeah.
he's the greatest thing in the world.
What color is
So-
your Bugatti?
Yeah, so I'm like, listen, man, he makes great content. He says some painful
Did some of
truths.
your students have some of these students ever asked you what color is your Bugatti?
I think they probably maybe one time did as a joke, yeah. But there's some people at the school who really like him, and I have to say, like, hey, man, take it easy. Don't because now, like they say, he's arrested for human trafficking or whatever the allegations are, and a lot of people I saw were like, free him. He didn't do it. The Matrix got him. So I just wanted to say, like, what if your favorite influencer actually did the crime? I agree with some of the stuff he says, but the fact that so many women like hate him for what he said or things that he says, it's divisive by the definition.
Yeah.
Maybe they got their feelings hurt because he said.
Celé epizody minimálně o 30 minut delší najdeš na herohero.co/acast. Najdeš je tam i jako single zvukovou stopu, takže si je můžeš stáhnout do své RSS aplikace a poslouchat je i offline.